Well, Dan, your best paper 2 mark so far is 70. So let's see whether we can smash 70 this time. Great start, full marks, 12 out of 12. 2 boxes is what have you done wrong there? You've got 2 boxes, 220. You've just transferred the information from there wrongly. It's 320. So that's wrong. What you've got there is right, and that's right for your work. So because of your transcription error, that's wrong, but your method and your follow through is right. You're not communicating to me a great deal, and there's not enough there for you to be telling me why you've taken the steps you have. So again, I can't give you anything for you communicating. 64 is a too high. 63 is the highest they would accept. They're looking for an answer between 57 and 63. So you're going to lose a mark for the number of squares that you've included, but you've then correctly multiplied by 8. So of the 3 marks, you will lose 1 for your counting. 4th of the page. Now make sure when you're doing that in the exam you use a pencil and you give it time, because that is a bit wonky there. That's not a segment, that's a chord. The segment is not the line, the segment is the region within. So it's not the segment, it's a chord. 92 is good, and that is good. 5 for that page. 2, 3, 2, 17 and a half, 3 and a half is great, and that's great as well. So 10 on that page. 1 minus 4, that's correct, and they're correct, so 8 marks there. Add 7, it's timesing by 10, not dividing by 10 if you're turning pounds into pence. £1 would be 100 pence. £1.50 would be 150 pence. You're timesing by 100. And with this one, hopefully you can see that those are multiples of 3. 4 times 3 is 12, 12 3 is 36. You got your calculator, 36 times 3 is 108. But because the sign is alternating, it means you're not multiplying by 3, you are in fact multiplying by negative 3. Because you got 4 times 3 is 12, plus times a minus is a minus. Signs are different, the answer is negative. 12 3s are 36, signs are the same, the answer is positive. 36 3s are 108, signs are different, the answer is negative. So you don't get that one, you don't get that one, but you get 4 there, so 13 on that page. Correct, that's correct, and that's correct, so 6 marks there. 12 for that page. Good and excellent. That is correct as well, well done, and so is that. So 90 to 120. 42. Right, it's not 42, it's 45. To 90. Okay, so those two are wrong with you. And then you haven't worked out any areas. So what you need to do is to work out what the minimum possible area would be, which would be 90 times 45. Work out what the maximum possible area would be, which would be 120 times 90, and then compare the two areas. So you haven't calculated any areas, so you can't argue a comparison. You can get 1 mark for your measurements there, but because you've copied that over wrong, you're going to lose that mark there. So unfortunately, only 1 mark you can be credited for there. So that is correct. It isn't 40% of that. The way the tax works is everybody pays 20% on that first amount of their income. So you would work out what 20% of that is, and that would be part of your tax. Then you would take that off that, and the difference is what is taxed at 40%, and then you add those together. So you don't pay that much tax. 360, there aren't 360 days in a year, there are 365 less than 119, which is 246. So you would then write 246 out of 365. For this one, this is the one like the example I was doing with the cans of drink in class the other week. For 12 months, the average is 4. So the total temp would be 12 lots of 4, which is 48 degrees. You'd then take off July, so you'd remove 26. So without July, temperature would be 48, take away 26, which is 22. So the mean without July will be 22, but now rather than dividing by 12, we're going to be dividing by 11 because we've got 1 month left. So it would be 2 degrees. This one is correct. You haven't shown all your working, but you've shown enough. That's actually an incorrect rounding. I'll just check the proper mark scheme now to see what they're going to do about that, whether I'm going to penalise you. So you do minus 135 divided by 31. Because the next digit is 5 or higher, you round up. So let me just check 17C. Yeah, you're okay. They'll give you the mark. So 4 marks for that, 5 for the page. And then the final question, which was irritating you no end. You've got right. Well done. And again, we will be practicing questions like that after half term. So we're looking to beat 70, or 74 is your highest so far. I don't think you're going to get there, but you should be safe for a C. So 12, 16, 21, 31, 44, 56, 56, 65, 71, what do I know? 71, 76, 80. Jones, you're talking rubbish. Dan, that's absolutely fantastic. You're getting closer and closer to full marks. You're still making mistakes. You're still not telling me about things where it's asking you to justify or explain. But when you're scoring as highly as you are with the maths, that's not going to matter. Well done.